Alright guys, so now I'm going to go ahead and show you my character, how he is. This is how I'm going to end the game. He's not going to equip anything else, he's just done. This is how he's going into Destiny 2. But I'm going to go into my armor set here. First I have the Spectre Infinite Helm. The Spectre Infinite Helm is from year 2, and so I was happy to bring it into year 3, and I like it just because of the Future War Cult. I love the lore, and I like the aesthetic of this whole thing too, especially with the nice little lights. Uh, it just looks cool too. It's like a metallic skull. Over here we have the Maulers. Yes, it's the strike weapon that you get from beating the brothers, and it just looks really cool. I really like it. It also has the auto rifle loader because I usually do auto rifles, although I recently turned into a hand cannon guy after getting the Luna a few months back. But yeah, it looks really cool. The next one is the Iron Companion Plate, and the reason for that is because it's not bulky. So whenever I play PvP, I'm not like this bulky thing that's easy to spot. It's a lot smaller, although these shoulders don't help. But it's a lot smaller, and I want to say if I'm like next to somebody else that looks bigger than me, they're gonna shoot the bigger guy, and they can die. I'll just live on and kill whoever in team shot. The next one over here is the Dune Marchers, and in all honesty, I've tried to use other exotics, although I do use a couple of other ones depending on the situation. But Dune Marchers is my main, just because I like turning corners very quickly in PvE and PvP, but I just don't like my sensitivity super high. So to have that nice super high sensitivity when turning, but not when aiming, works really well for me. The Razor's Mark, this is way back in year 2, and I've never changed it. It just looks really cool. And I want to say this also kind of goes hand in hand with the bulky chest piece that you're a little bit harder to see if you have if you're not as bulky, and that's the same with like having rags just flying around everywhere. If you can see like here, and let's see, just like any of them really. But this thing is just kind of like a belt with a hologram. It looks really cool. It's really nice with the aesthetic too, the color scheme that I decided to go with. The next one I have here, the Siva Core. It looks cool and it's got the stats that I like. That's it. Nothing else. Now going over here, we have the Ascendant Shell. Green is my favorite color, so I was so happy to get this the first time Crota popped up, and it was able to get a 35-20 or 25-25, sorry, on this one too. So that's my main shell that I use. Right over here, the Boltcaster. Boltcaster is a lot of fun in PvE and PvP. But it's also the sword that I chose. So when we were getting our swords, my brother and my cousin and I, um, we decided to pick an element, and we just went with it. I ended up going for the Boltcaster. My brother went with the Raise Lighter, and my cousin went with the Dark Drinker. And so we would just go in with each of the elements with the swords, and it was a lot of fun. The Sleeper Simulant, of course, I use in PvE. I have used it in PvP a couple times just for fun. Gallowhorn, of course, and it's got to be the Iron Gallowhorn because it just looks a lot cooler. Love that aesthetic. And that, of course, is also for PvE. Chaotic Neutral, this is my PvP heavy weapon, though, and that's just with Smart Drift Control, Feeding Frenzy for that increased reload speed, Rifled Barrel for that nice range there. I could do Brace Frame for stability, but you could be stable and then it would just shoot like what, 3 feet? Useless. Right over here we got Counterbalance, and so that kind of helps out with the stability as well. It makes it easier to shoot, and the rounds on this thing are also sticky too. So uh, it's it's just awesome, and I like the color scheme too. Going up here, each new day. This fusion rifle is is a lot of fun. I never knew that knee pads could be so much fun. I know a lot of people like Icarus, but I want to stick with knee pads here. It's got reflex. It also has small bore, which I really like because it does a small increase in stability and range, which kind of helps out with the fusion rifle, and hidden hand to make those to make it like bolt stick a little bit easier. If I'm like sliding around and aiming, I can aim a little bit easier. Snapshot if I wanted to, but I honestly prefer little stat buffs here. But yeah, this is my own personal god roll each new day. I've actually done a couple of kill streaks with this thing, and I love it because of that. It's just super fun to use. It's just a lot of fun to use. The LDR 5001. This is my personal god roll LDR 5001. Um, and I really do enjoy the long view. And I know a lot of people are thinking I'm crazy for not liking the short gaze, but there have been times where I tried to snipe somebody, but when his friend kind of like goes by, my scope kind of goes with the other guy instead. And so the fact that I don't have to rely so much on that, it does help out a lot. It does prevent that a lot, I should say. It prevents that kind of just awkward swing when you're trying to snipe somebody and somebody else runs by. Triple tap is really good for PvE, and so this is my main sniper that I use for PvE. Quick draw, of course, so I can aim faster. I can also switch weapons faster. And hidden hand, because it does make it a little bit sticky, but not as much as, say, having short gaze on here. And if I feel like I'm still having that issue, then I go down here to ambush, because it does help out with that stability a little bit too, but it also decreases that aim assist. So I really do enjoy this a lot. Actually, I might enjoy ambush a whole lot more. Yeah. So we'll end with ambush there. But otherwise, ejection mold, small board, yeah, I don't really care. But this right over here, freaking love it. So yeah, this here is my God Roll LDR. Right over here is the Wormwood. I was lucky enough to get this thing. It has reactive reload. It also has Zen Moment, high caliber rounds, and True Sight. This is my God Roll Wormwood. If I wanted a Wormwood, this is the exact stats that I want. I love it, and I'm really happy that I got it. I kind of got this out of the blue. I didn't even really care for getting a Wormwood, but as soon as I got this, started using it. And then after that, I found each new day. Invective, as you already heard before, my very first exotic from Questline is the Invective, so I wanted to keep it. It's more for nostalgic purposes. I also do have both of the skins too, and it's cool. I like it. Right up here, you already know what it is. It is the God Roll Ayaz Luna, Luck in the Chamber, Rifled Barrel, Outlaw, and Steady Hand. No True Sight, but that's okay. Steady Hand is also very decent as well. Um, but yeah, I love this weapon. This has been the weapon that made me switch to hand cannons. Because before that, I was like, all auto rifles. Don't really care about anything else, but this gun, I love it. I love it. It's my main now. My Cryptic Dragon. And this is the one that I preferred over the other. Even though the other one technically does more damage, I want to say because of Firefly and Zen Moment that I've enjoyed this one a lot. Yeah, I really do. It's been more consistent with me as well. Now this is something that I got recently too. This is while I was getting the Luna. Spare Change 25. And this archetype is the pulse rifle archetype that can kill in 2 shots. Third Eye is really good to watch my flanks in case I'm trying to get more range shots. Brace Frame kind of helps out too with that stability. It does reduce the magazine size, but I mean, if you can 2-shot people, 3-shot people, you don't have to worry. Right over here we got Counterbalance, and so that helps out with the stability as well. And we got the Red Dot ORS. And so with the kind of scope that it has, it's very good for mid-range firefights. And so, yes, Spare Change, this is my favorite pulse rifle that I have with this weapon archetype right here. And super happy that I got it, super sad that I never did a video on it, but it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And this, you guys have probably already seen the video if you've been watching, the Suros RA41, and I can put it, all these weapons that I've done before, I can put in the description below. But the Suros RA41, this is my Monte Carlo that's not a Monte Carlo. It's got rangefinder, it's got small bore, and it has high caliber rounds with the SP028. This is my God Roll Suros RA41. It's very consistent. If I feel like I'm getting frustrated with whatever weapon I'm using in the Crucible, this is like my default, okay, just gonna get my KD up weapon, just because you just kind of spray, stagger, and kill. That's it. That's it. And then of course here we go, the Monte Carlo. The Monte Carlo is um, my favorite exotic primary. Although it is unfortunate that I don't have Super Spy. Is my favorite exotic. I do need to get that. Hold on. Let me go ahead and get that Super Spy. Super Spy. Where are you? Monte Carlo. Oh, I'm looking at it. There we go. Oh, no, no, no. Let's not dismantle it. Um Bam. Okay, now the Monte Carlo is complete. You guys saw it first thing. But yeah, this I really like this weapon. It helped out a lot whenever I played in year one, and that's because of its perk, where it charges the melee. And what I used to run before was a full intellect as well as a full discipline, and then strength, of course, would be taken care of with the Monte Carlo, essentially being a tier 15 gear setup. But yeah. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this trip to memory lane of Destiny 1, 2, and 3. I'm so happy that I actually got all the weapons that I've ever wanted. I got all the perks that I've ever wanted. I think it's safe to say that I did, on a personal level, complete Destiny 1. Um, yeah, completed all of the Moments of Triumph, year 1, 2, and 3. Got year 2 t-shirt. My year 3 t-shirt actually came in yesterday. Um, but yeah, I think I beat Destiny. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this video, and I will see you on Destiny 2. Take care.